In this second video about loading content into Desire to Learn, we're going to use an insert method. In the previous video we looked at how we could drag and drop material straight into the Desire to Learn submodule area, and that was a very simple method. We're going to try a different way this time. So I'm going to create my week 4, which gives me an area. Again, I could drag and drop my files in here, but I'm going to use the new method, and this will let me now create a file. The advantage of creating a file is that I can have some text around what I'm working with, and then inside this file I can then present the material. So I've got a PowerPoint that I want the students to watch, but I don't want the PowerPoint to open directly as it did in the other drag and drop method within Desire to Learn, because there's going to be material in it that they need to see underneath the slides, like notes, or it might be that it's interactive. So I want them to actually download the PowerPoint rather than just have it opening directly. So if we come over here, remember we're always working with a file structure on our computer, so all our material is stored on the computer, ready for archiving into EnDrive, and we're just going to upload it. Now if I was to just drag and drop this across here, it comes into my system, but it's not worked the way I want it to work. So drag and drop's not the way to put your material directly into here. What we're going to do is we're going to get our PowerPoint in here, we're going to come and use this insert stuff method. I'm going to go choose file, and then I have to go and find where I've got my material stored, which hopefully on your computer will be in one of your network drives. We're working in this one, and I'm in week 4. So here is my material. So it's this particular file I want them to be able to see. Click on open, scroll down, often underneath the screen you'll find the upload button, and now it's asking me for a link text. Rather than just putting the item there with the name, as happened when we were doing the drag and drop method, it's now asking me to say what it is that will link to this particular file. And again I have to scroll down to find my insert button. So now I have basically a body of text area. I can be writing other things. So I'm going to say I want them to look at the notes field when they open this one up. So I'm now going to click on publish, and we find that now what we have in week 4, we'll come back out, is watch this PowerPoint, there is nothing else there, but then when they click on that they go into an area. There could be a picture, there could be lots more text sitting in here, but the PowerPoint itself is not being displayed. What they'll have to do is click on the link, which will open, effectively it downloads the PowerPoint, which is what happened when I first did that drag and drop, and now the PowerPoint is on the student's computer, and we have the PowerPoint here, and you see there's a notes field underneath here that's quite extensive, that if this was just put in as a PowerPoint that they were going to watch embedded, and we'll do that in a minute, they wouldn't see any of this information, which is relevant information that we're wanting them to be able to see. So to avoid that situation, we've gone and put this in as the insert stuff. So let's just show how that would work if I'd done the drag and drop method. So we take the same file and we drop it in here. We're going to add it. It already knows that there's a file of that name, but that's okay. We're going to put it in there. Okay, here's my poll everywhere, and when I come in now, suddenly I'm going to have the PowerPoint once it's loaded up. Here's my PowerPoint, but I'm missing the notes file that was quite important for explaining what was going on. So unless they're really clear that that's what they're meant to be looking at, that they're going to have to now download it, it would be better to not have presented it in this particular way. So let's come back to week 4. Now I've decided that I don't want this one, so I'm going to delete the topic. Now you remember we've uploaded this twice, so it though knows that there is only a single one of those with that file name. So I can remove the topic from the content, but I don't want to permanently delete both the topic and the content and associated file, otherwise I'd delete it from both places, so the link wouldn't work. So I'm going to select this top one only, and I'm going to click on delete. If you have material that you wish to add that you've already presented, say in week 1, we want to have it again. So I've got this PowerPoint here about different types of branching programs, and I'd actually like that in my week 4 as well, but it's a repeat. I don't need to upload a second version of it. What I can do, add a file by using add from manage files, and there I can find here is the file. Here it's already been uploaded in the course, and I can add it. So now what's happened is that there are 2 links from my course page to the file that's sitting, rather than it being uploaded as a second item. Okay, another thing I'm wanting to put in is a link to a video, and there are 2 ways of doing that. I've got a video link here. I'll just copy that one out. Now, YouTube videos can be put in directly. We're going to go to create a file, and we'll give it a name first, just generic for the moment so we can get ourselves going here. We click on the insert stuff link, and you'll find that you have a YouTube button. Now we need to search for the item that we want, and I've already got the URL of the item that I want, and I'm going to see whether it will pick that up. And it can't. It doesn't understand that one. Here is the video, so I've got a title that I could use, and I could try and search for that title. So instead of using the link, I'm going to put in the contents and see whether it can find it. And it hasn't been able to find it directly, which is a bit of a shame. So I could try, since I know it exists, putting it in quotation marks. So another way of inserting the video would be by using the share command here and getting the embed code. So this is our embed code here. We can copy that, come back, and now we can enter an embed code here, and we'll scroll down to the next, and it has found our video this way. Let's put that in. In this particular case, to be able to get my video, the easiest way was to pick it up through the embed code under the share. Often you will be able to find it by searching for the title, but with Desire to Learn, it's not 100% reliable that it will pick it up. As you could see, it didn't pick up this particular one. So my recommendation is that you take it through from the embed code. So we've got that sitting in there. We're now going to click on Publish, and now we have our YouTube video sitting ready to play, and this was video number 1, and we'll leave it at that. So that one's working. Let's come back to week 4. So we've got a YouTube video sitting in there. Remember, when we put these kind of links in, the title that we get here may not be very evocative. YouTube doesn't tell me very much. I can come to Edit Properties, and I can add in a description. So I've got a description now, and I can go to Save, and here is my description now as part of the page. Up at the top here I can view as student, and this will let me see what it would be like to be a student in this course. I come in here and I can see this is the standard view that they would be able to see. So I'm going to come back out of being a student, click on the cross, and we'll come back into our content area. So the method of getting links in, we can come through here. We can create a link directly to a web page or to material that we're wanting to work with by using the create a link. I've saved a link over here. This is the one I want to be able to find. This was the link I was looking at, which was quite good. I'm going to copy that link, come back here, paste it in, and this is Adek Hoff guidelines that I found online. It's often nice to have these open up as an external resource, so we'll tick that button. So it's sitting there, the link is okay, we're fine with that. Good. So we'll come back and it should now be sitting underneath here. And then when we click on that, it should go away and open directly into the PDF document for us. Back to week 4. So this is using the new button. We can upload files. That's the way that Internet Explorer is best used in terms of uploading material. We can use create a file, which gives us a space to do some writing and then put in material as a hyperlink so that it doesn't open automatically. We can create a link to an internet source, and we can manage files whereby we can take a resource that we've used in a previous week and link that to the current week without having to upload it as a second object.